Hi friends, it's Stacy with Farm 812. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how I prepare my squash and zucchini for long-term storage within reason. So what we're going to be doing today is a freeze method. Now this is a wonderful alternative for longer food storage if you don't have a preservation method such as canning or something like that. I urge people not to count heavily on a freezer for long-term storage because there's just too many things that can make that a variable. If a natural weather disaster comes through, you're without electricity for a period of time, anything along those lines. If a freezer goes out or a refrigerator with freezer. So I don't want people to rely on that heavily, but it is a great option if you don't have any other method of preservation, or if, like I said, we use squash and zucchini several times a week within our meals. So having them in our freezer for a month to 2 months, I'm okay with that. And if a natural, something happens and we're without electricity or something like that, I have other methods to preserve them at that time, such as canning. So I don't worry about it so much for myself. So it's something to consider with this method, but it's so simple. Let me pull you guys in and show you what we're going to do today. Okay, so here are 2 baking sheets. One is filled with our freshly sliced zucchini, straight from the garden, and our squash. Now, we often, when we're cooking, we will have these together. So that's actually how I'm going to freeze them as well. I'm going to do a mixture because we often use them that way. And so I try to slice them, at about the same thickness, if you will. So what I've done is, now I also don't want to have like 10 baking sheets in my freezer at one time. So I try to fit as much onto one as I can at a time. So as you can see here, I do a layering method, and it's so simple, and it takes up less space in the freezer. I can get a big batch of this done at one time. I've done that with the squash as well. And look, this is how easy. What I've done is sliced them, put them on parchment paper. I do it in layers so I can get them all in there, and then I just pop them in the freezer. These were in the freezer for 2 hours. That makes them good and frozen enough that when I put these in a bag together, and I will end up vacuum sealing them in this bag, they're not going to stick together and make one huge clump of frozen squash and zucchini. That's never fun. So as you can see here, these come off the paper just that simply. These even easier. All right, so I'm going to place several of these in a bag together, and then I'll show you how we seal that up. Okay, as you can see, I have about a portion size for our family in this bag. For us, I did, just to give you an idea, I did 15 slices of each, and put that in the bag together. And now we're just going to vacuum seal that up. It'll take a second here to actually seal the bag, but that's how quick and easy this method is. Now this will be safe in the freezer for up to 3 months. So release that. And there you can see it's got a wonderful seal. All the air is out, so we don't have to worry about any freezer burn. So there you go. That's how quick and easy this is to get longer term storage for our garden fresh veggies. So again, here's the bag, safe for 3 months in the freezer. And if that method goes wrong, like I said, I've got backup methods. I can always can this, no problem, if I should need to. But they're all ready to go. Let me know, how are you guys preserving your food for long-term storage? Do you have any freezer tips and tricks for our viewers? If so, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. It helps me and it's free for you. And I'm going to be doing several videos on how I preserve our food for long-term storage. You don't want to miss that, so hit the subscribe button. You'll get a notification every time I put a video out. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, I'll be praying for you.